Hi everyone, and welcome to Essay 2 of CRW 282. In this video, I'm going to give you a brief overview of your weekly assignments for week 9, which should help get you started on your second essay project. So as before, we'll go to the weekly sessions, and we'll go to week 9. So you'll see a few things in week 9. First, we're going to dissect the essay question. So you're going to complete and submit the essay question dissection worksheet, and then you're going to go through, you're going to read and annotate reading number 1. You're going to complete and submit a reading sheet. You're going to post a comment on the reading Google Doc and respond to a classmate's comment. So essentially, the purpose of this week is to figure out what we have to do to get started with the reading, to take notes for our pre-writing process, which is going to aid in our essay writing process, which I hope you found compelling from the first part of the course. You'll then begin to discuss the reading using Google Docs. So if you click on this link here, to the link to the Google Doc with each reading, you'll see that it will take you to a folder called Women in Science. So Women in Science is going to be our theme for the second part of the course here. So you'll see we have the reading set at the top in a PDF, and then we have the WPE questions for Women in Science, and then we have Google Doc copies of each of the readings. So for the Pollock, for instance, you'll click there, and we'll get this Pollock wire. There's a few women in science, and you'll read it, you'll highlight, you'll add a comment, just like you're accustomed to doing. You all had pretty good experiences. Well, I shouldn't comment on that, but you all got some practice doing it anyway in the first unit, so no different than what we did there with this one. And of course, for important to remember, the Google Docs are only for our conversations. These are only for when it says post a comment on the reading and respond to a comment on the reading. That's what you use the Google Docs for. For step 1, read and annotate reading number 1, what you're really going to want to do here is either go to the Google Doc and do file, download as Microsoft Word or PDF, or you could also go to the whole reading set, download it, and annotate it that way in Cami, or if you want to print it out and scan it, you can do that as well. Whatever you did for the first project is fine for this one as well there. So that's the kind of overview of what we're doing this week. So let's actually go through and take a look at these things in a little more detail. So first, dissecting the essay prompt. Here's your page. You go to the Google Drive, okay, and what are you going to get? Okay, so you're going to get this picture here, or this document here, questions about the essay prompt, and you're going to see it's view only. And the reason I have it set that way is so everybody can use the same file and it won't get messy. So there's two ways you can do this. One, you can do file, download as Word doc or PDF again. I'd recommend a Word doc for this one in particular. Since you have to type a lot, and PDF can be a kind of a pain to do that with. The other way you could do this would be to go to File, make a copy, and you could make a copy of it in your own drive, and then you could complete it that way, and you could submit the link via written submission that way. So either way, understanding the essay prompt is key to writing a strong essay, helps you understand the readings. Again, similar to what we did with the very first assignment back in Essay 1, annotating the essay prompt. So again, you're going to have to go to that folder. We can go back to the weekly checklist, and you'll see with each folder. Okay, here we are. And where's your actual essay question? Well, you have a couple options. One, you have questions and table of contents. And so, of course, here you could do the same thing where you could, once it loads, you can download as, or you can make a copy. So both of those would work for it. And of course, the other option is we just go to the June 2015 WPE questions. And here again, you can open it with Cami. You can move to Google Docs. You can annotate. Actually, depending on what you have, you may even be able to do it in the preview mode, although I would be kind of careful about that, I think. Yeah, I can do that because of the way mine is set up. Yours may or may not be able to, depending on how it's synced. So, whatever it is that you want to do it, remember to look for the keywords in this process. For instance, in essay question one, this word debate here may not seem like a huge deal to you, but think about a debate. It's a very particular genre. There's an argument being made, there's a question that has multiple answers, and there's evidence hypothetically presented by the different people involved in the answer. So even that word debate might be important. So go through, pick out the words that you think are really helpful to solving this essay question. Uh, Okay, so that's dissecting the essay prompt, Article 1 reading sheet. Those of you who, I have to update the due date for that. Those of you who did the reading sheets in your first essays, I noticed because your use of evidence was very effective for the most part, at least in the drafts that I've read so far. So I think you saw the value of doing the reading sheets, and they're the same format. What I'd really encourage you to do is for the key terms, define at least one and list the key terms. Force yourself to find key terms. They're there. Your trick is seeing them. If there's a word even that just seems out of place or a familiar word that might be used in an unconventional way, go ahead and list it and think about why it might be useful. So do that, and from there you'll go through and submit it the same old-fashioned way. Browse my computer. Again, I would advise against doing the text submission. And then the last thing that we're going to do here, discussing the Women in Science readings. So this is where we're going to go back to Google Docs, and we're going to, well, you can read the instructions for yourself. But the point of this is really to get thinking about important sections of the readings and to start pulling out key passages that you can include in your essay. So click on the Google Doc. Here's your Essay 2 documents. Now this is going to take you to a different folder. It's like one step up, and what you really want to do is go to the Women in Science one, and then there you go. That's where it is. I tried to update that link, and for some reason it wouldn't work, but that's when you're going to go into the reading here, and you will add your comment as you know how to do using Google Docs. I don't think there's anything too new about that. So that's all you have to do for this week. You guys did a lot of work recently with the finishing up the essay one stuff, so I'm not interested in making this too heavy. I hope you enjoy the readings for this unit. I'm going to get started on creating the first essay projects, and any questions, be in touch. Hope everybody's doing well. And of course, a big congratulations to those of you who passed the WPE in October. Have a good one.